I really have the adrenaline going right now.
Do you?
As I've just accepted a massive trade in my Dynasty League.
Oh, man, you looked really I was worried you got like an important text and our show was blown. But that's what that intense face was.
That's the kind of world we're living in, isn't it, right now? Like,
that was
at any
scary,
moment,
man.
you know, something big can happen that just derails everything you're working on.
Or blows, or, other way. And who knows what delivery man will mysteriously walk up the stairs on this show, huh?
Yes, yesterday, he was like he was wearing like the full-on like milkman suit.
It's true.
It's true. Dre, did you get your calcium fixed today?
Oh, I wish. I do not.
I got to get my tweet out. So why don't you tell the people about your night, and then we'll get to mine.
Tweetless as well. Yes, the official end of summer and baseball season yesterday. And amazingly, we went back to two key strategies. Me getting in no earlier than 5 minutes before the show. Tried and true method that's worked all summer. Me actually doing research for my picks, also a tried and true method since we've been doing this podcast. I go 3-0 with the old Yerfy, Nerfy, Climax Scherzer over on K's, and not afraid to admit it, I gave out 8 picks. 5 of those were losers on Friday. Then we racked up something like 10 L's on Monday and Tuesday. And I've dedicated a lot of resources to the Teddy Bridgewater prop to start week 1. And, also these free bets that the good people at DraftKings Sports. So the account was a little low, Ryan. And what I did was parlay my picks. Didn't think when I put together the parlay, they were still a pick from the old drafts. You know how it is. You prepare your picks in the morning, and there's still some in the old drafts. K-Gauze, the rap god, the local pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, threw in a prop for him. He also went on the over. So little baby beluga on the big 3. And my man went 4-0.
I went 1-0.
1-0.
But I'm 5-0 in college football.
Undefeated. College football. Are those all first half spreads?
No. The Illinois one was a full game spread.
Oh, man. How I regret not taking that money line.
Yeah.
But it got yucky at the end.
We're playing smart this year.
Oh, man.
We're playing smart this football season.
Dial.
So, yes, college football on fire. I actually was aided in my first half spread last night by a blocked punt. It takes a while for that UAB offense to get ablazing, and they don't score a touchdown thanks to like 2 dropped, perfectly thrown deep balls. They don't score a touchdown until like 8 minutes left in the second quarter to go up 7-0. Then they force a 3-and-out on the other side. They're going to have to drive down and kick a field goal. Instead, they get a blocked punt. They're already in field goal range. Boom, boom, boom. Field goal. Perfect. I was almost freaking out, though, because the blocked punt should have easily been a touchdown if the guy didn't rush to pick it up. There was no one around him, but he tried so hard to, like, scoop it and score that he tripped over himself. And
I
down.
hate that.
I know, like,
especially in college where it's like
3
the
of them
second
there.
they go down.
Your teammate needs to tell you, you got time, you got time, you got time, you know?
Yeah, you have to. Look at this. Do you know what Richard Larson's talking about?
Oh, yeah. College football 3, like, Profi Boost.
Also, Richard, we're going to need you to update the Avi picture because we can't give out betting advice to 12-year-olds.
Wow, that's so rude.
Is that not correct?
I can't say. How can you see that far?
Richard looks very young. Well, my eyes are... No, they're not great.
Just go by Dick, and everyone will think you're a lot older.
Dick Larson. Great ring to it.
Yes.
Great
Absolutely.
ring to it.
Okay, let's dive into the big 3 here.
Yeah.
We've got a double consensus pick of the night, so it doesn't really matter whose we go. We can go to mine first because they're pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to the model. What is the model, Dre?
First half spreads.
First half spreads for big favorites.
Big faves.
Take
especially
big faves
early on, yes.
Hit the first half spread and let it ride. So what we have here is Ohio State taking on Minnesota tonight. That's probably the game of the night. It's still a 14-point spread. So
your Power 5 snobbery shines through on that comment.
There's other stuff other than the Power 5?
UCF Boise State, I think, has most people intrigued.
Oh.
Bro, Gus
You've been
Malzahn?
talking to Justin a lot?
Justin and I were at it this morning. Really dialed in. He got me hyped for this slate,
I'm
man.
going to start calling you G5 Dre.
Love that. Love that.
Okay, so anyways, Ohio State -7 in the first half. That is my lock of the night.
Big lock, yes.
Yeah, it's a big lock. I would take -10.5. I'd probably take -13.5.
Yeah, it's a 3-unit play. We never speak like this, folks.
Yeah, I don't.
Never. So
don't
we
know.
won't now, but if we were to, that would be something we would consider. Yes, Ryan?
Yes. What did Richard say there, Yair?
Oh, Richard.
Richard says, it's all good. I'm never going bald.
It's true.
It's very true.
Can you say the same? You wear hats a lot. I was
No,
told
it's
in
true.
my young age that
It's true.
the more you wear a hat, the more you'll go bald.
It's true.
That is a lie, actually.
Oh, okay.
It actually
thanks.
protects you from the sun, so you don't lose hair.
Post Big 3 graphic. I'll show Richard what I've got going on.
I feel like you need
It's thick and it's full, but there might be a
little
recession going on. Yes.
Oh no.
The troops are slowly backing down. They're not ready for a full retreat, but they're like,
Right. They're like, we might be up against something.
yeah, we miss home.
Mine
you
are
should hit up-
full out, man. I have no hair left almost in my front of my head.
Oh no. I
Uh-oh.
have like luscious, thick locks.
It's true. I wouldn't call them locks, but it's true.
Yeah, they're not locks anymore. They used to be. Okay. Anyways, we're sticking with the theme here. Tennessee -22 in the first half.
Yeah.
Big time Power 5 energy here, going up against Bowling Green,
Yeah.
a member of the world's greatest athletic conference.
Yes. Yes.
But
some might say the worst member of the world's
yes.
greatest athletic
that's
conference.
the problem.
In fact.
Is they're the worst of the best.
Yeah.
Similar to Tennessee, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. So true.
So there's a lot
Great
of
analogy.
similarities here, but Tennessee has SEC athletes.
Yeah.
Bowling Green notably does not.
No.
I think this will be pretty easy. I think Tennessee honestly just runs the ball all over them,
Yeah.
and that'll lead to. I don't love 22, but the model is the model.
Right. Right.
Finally, Coastal Carolina
No one
minus
loves
33
Yeah.
in the game. They are taking on the Citadel.
Yeah, so get that the correct in there. It's the Citadel, as
Yes,
Ryan
not
said.
Citadel.
Not
College.
Citadel.
Nope. The
The
Citadel.
Citadel, yes.
Yes, that is a military institution, and I believe they are a bulldog theme
He came prepared.
for their mascot. So
Came prepared.
the Citadel, with all due respect to the troops,
Yeah, no doubt.
not going to be able to hang with my Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
The fighting mullets.
By the way, Bulldogs, boom! By the way, Dre, what are you doing?
Just making sure that the people coming in and out of our bar when it's closed are kosher and no one's coming up to murder us on a live stream, or Allie who's down there. So
At least that would make, like, national news.
we finally go national despite
Okay, so,
what. So the fighting mullets. You remember what Coastal is?
yes, the Chants.
Oh, Chance. God, I love
So, one thing I want to point out. Last year, Coastal Carolina played in the game that UAB played in last night. That first Thursday night game when you just caught the fever
Uh-huh.
and you're ready to roll.
Yeah.
And they became my team.
So
I
true.
profited off them immensely throughout the season.
Yeah.
I think UAB is that team this year. I really like what they have going on.
They barely covered the first half spread against Jackson
Yeah,
State,
but then they won
Ryan.
31-0. The drop
That
passes.
D convinces you?
The D is awesome, and the quarterback, while he has like a spaghetti noodle for an arm, somehow that thing gets a little whip going to it, and then he drops it
Oh.
right in wherever he needs to throw it. He is super accurate. I love accurate college quarterbacks. Something Matthews or something like that. He's gonna make me some money this year.
I can't remember what conference UAB's in anymore.
Conference USA, I would say.
That's a good one. Okay, we'll go to my
Boom! I'm on fire today.
big three with the double consensor of the night. Ohio State just slammer home. Now, PJ Fleck is rowing the boat with the Gophers, and they do have a veteran backfield.
They're coming to Boulder this year.
Are they?
Yes, a little scouting opportunity tonight.
I think he's a bit of a fraud. PJ Fleck, I think Minnesota is. And they just can't keep up in the trenches. They're going to get there.
So this is actually kind of like a G5, P5 thing. When you're like the sticky coaches, they're great for Central Michigan. Is that where he was?
Yeah. Wow, you're really taking it out on like Dan Hawkins and
well, exactly.
McIntyre.
Yes, exactly. Well,
Really?
Mike McIntyre wasn't as sticky as Hawk, but Hawk comes around with all the stupid sayings.
God, Hawk was the
and
worst.
all of that garbage, and he looked like an idiot when he came to the Big 12.
Sure did.
And the same thing is true of PJ Fleck, or I feel like there's some other one. Oh, Scott Frost.
Frosty.
So there's a big difference between
Oh,
G5 and P5, and
wow.
Fleck, he can't hang in the Big Ten. Like,
You're so dialed in.
I'm pretty dialed into this.
You're so dialed in. You just, something about a full summer and like more normal college football has just like raised all boats, as PJ Fleck would say on a stupid sticky thing that he does. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, RK and Dre, what are you doing? Tennessee's the classic team that week 1 against some G5 team gets really close to getting upset. Yes, you're right, but not against Bowling Green, who the last time they played against Power 5 opponents in 2019, Kansas State and Notre Dame both beat them 52-0. And in 5 games last season against only MAC opponents, lost by an average of 33.6 points per game. That was 5 losses in 5 games the whole season. They're just going to get their asses kicked from start to finish. And then Eastern Washington taking on UNLV. UNLV also no wins last year, 0-6. Eastern Washington, one of those bright, shining stars from the FCS. Was talking to Justin all morning. We do have an FCS expert on
staff,
on retainer.
That would be Henry.
He did not return my text.
Oh, he is hunting for a giant wagon, as he would call it right now. And I'm not talking about.
That's my jam.
We're having a massive tailgate for the Buffs game tomorrow. Come through if you'll be in Boulder.
Or if you're not, why don't you get your ass up there?
We're in a little bit of a dilemma because we can't get to the tailgate spot with a car. Yet we have copious amounts of beer that we don't want to make the one person who can get a car back there take, because he's got all other sorts of stuff to do. So Henry has been tasked with finding a wagon that he can fill up with beer and carry around campus and bring to the tailgate.
Can't one person take that bus shuttle thing? When I go to Folsom, that's what I would do. I do in the lot that's away. You take the 5-minute shuttle. So what I could do is drive the car, drop off the beer, and then go to the shuttle lot and get my ass to Folsom. Conversation for another day.
Yes.
Or maybe another show. Tune in to DNVR Logistics, the pod that's dropping next week. We are so excited about that.
Cisneros,
Go
back to that. Cisneros says, if you're going to be G5 Dre, you at least have to know what conference these teams are in.
Oh, UAB. Now, UAB, I thought they might have gone independent on me.
No, but they did fold the program at one point.
See, exactly. Now, let me finish on Eastern Washington. You'll see this a lot, Ryan, in this early slate. D1 against FCS, FBS against FCS. You know what was going on in the FCS last year?
They didn't play.
They didn't play.
Yes.
How rusty will Eastern Washington, South Dakota State, the Citadel, and so on and so forth. They're probably D2, like Wagner, who's also on the slate in this match. Holy cow, that's a great shtick. I love that.
The pride of Rich Gangarello.
The fighting Scangarellos, as I call them. So yeah, something to keep in mind.
Wagner Seahawks.
But I'm, as everyone knows, a Broncos fan from the waist down, so I'm laying it all out on Eastern Washington. Also, didn't they try to red turf it up?
Ew, really?
Ryan, I think we might have a
You
red
stick
turf
stealer?
red turf derby.
Oh my god.
Red turf. You don't see that every day, folks. You don't see that
Wow.
every day. Oh no, that's never mind. Dilemma of the day. I'm sticking to that.
Okay. Did you see that like no national analysts are picking Alabama to win the championship this year?
Oh my god.
So
I too wouldn't pick them, but that's so you can't give Saban that ammo.
I know
You just can't.
and because of that, I don't even know if they're number one in the rankings.
Ugh.
You know who is number one in the rankings though?
What a transition! I was expecting to do our AP shtick, not our double-fisted number one, baby. Number one.
Oh my
Also,
God.
with college football coming back, isn't there a team, the Red Raiders? Don't they do guns up?
Guns
a double,
up. Yeah,
double barrel? What's that? It's double something,
it's
right?
definitely guns up.
But
Texas
no
Tech.
mention that there's two guns.
No, you got to think someone's
Damn.
got a double-barreled shotgun in their logo.
I mean,
Maybe UNLV, the Rebels.
holy cow, it probably is, yeah. And more on them in segment number 2. Stay tuned.
Anyways, you've got the double-fisted rankings. It's DraftKings Sportsbook numero uno. Unlike Alabama in some circles, maybe in like the Cultures poll and the AP poll.
Yeah.
But anyways, you got to go over to DraftKings Sportsbook now to get in on all sorts of free money. You've got the hammer, the over, which is down to like 14 points now. I'm starting to feel
I
safe.
think 11.
Okay, we're safe now.
DJ
But
Ukulele's got us.
keep hammering that down.
Yeah. Get that thing.
Get it all the way down to 0. And then what you're going to do is go over and get Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 73. That gives you $50 free. It's not only new users, but only for new users. You can bet on any football market and get $1 bet on any football market to get $200 in free bets. That's amazing. We've also got a 33% college football profit boost. There's so many different things going on at DraftKings Sportsbook. So make sure you check them out. And also, you can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR at sign-up. So check them out. Of course, you must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. The deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough, and restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. A lot of Friday energy in the comments today, and just on the show. I'm loving this, especially because tomorrow morning we have the DNVR Kickoff Classic, which rolls right into the Buffs game. Pray for me is what I'll say, first of all. A lot of consumption over the course of the day tomorrow, but I think I'm going to make it.
What's your perfect, like, Celtic brewski balance in 18 holes?
Ooh.
What's that magic number?
Well, so there's something called, like, the 2 par versus seltzers or beers. It's like a 2 par versus consumption ratio. The closer I am to par, the less I consume. So as my scores go up, the more I drink because my hope for doing anything good or special goes away. And then I'm like, well, now I might as well just have fun. If I am like dialed, I won't do anything. No drinks, no nicotine, no
What else is there in the golf course?
No heroin, nothing.
No sports betting on the golf course?
I wouldn't. No, I don't want to do anything to affect my state of mind. No texting back anyone.
Smart.
But that's a very rare occasion. So once I go, once I have a couple bogeys in the first 5, I'm like, all right, nothing crazy's happening today. I can go back to my normal life.
Okay, before we get into the dilemma, I'm so happy
Did you see this?
that Matt was out here.
I'm so sad that we didn't guess the odds boost today because there's no chance I would have gotten this one, even though I did see it on the top line.
Oh, no, you would have thought that was the nonsense
throwaway,
fifth
yes.
that I put for merely my
Do you think
own
the person
amuse-
who does this?
I think he watches
watches the
Odds
show
Navy
and he's
game
kind of
was
just
like,
throwing us a couple sardines here.
they're on to the rap stuff. Now I'm gonna throw them for a loop with very intriguing odds boost tonight. Patrick Wisdom, I believe he plays for the Brew Crew.
No,
Mr.
he plays
Wisdom.
for the Cubs.
Oh, right, with Bodie rocking everywhere.
Yes.
To hit a home run plus 300, boosted from plus 250. Whiz dong.
Whizdong.
Whiz dong.
Whizdong.
I wouldn't have been able to come up with anything even like softer for that
No.
to throw you off the scent with the other. It blew my literal mind.
Yes, there is
Yeah.
a specific scent to Whizdong that you just can't miss.
Yeah.
Oh man! Also,
Richard
by the way,
Dinger is a
why
good
would
one.
they ever make this boost? Just because they wanted the name? Dude was taking a shower this morning and he's like, Whizdong. And then he went into work and punched that in.
Right, like the Cubs have been so bad. But maybe Whizdong is on one, for all we know.
Maybe he's a Broncos fan from the waist down.
I was told baseball season's over, so.
Baseball season is way over.
K. Gauze closed it out like a G.
I know, I was going to say, congrats to you on going out on top. I went out on bottom.
Yeah.
Also, the Rockies, how about that? 5 runs in the 9th to avoid the sweep. On 1 hit. I believe the Rangers had 4 errors in the inning.
Wow.
Yes, pretty impressive.
Get back to Brian's comment, because, yeah, Keith is right. It is the pick of the week, but 22 and a half. And
Wait.
I imagine Brian's like one of our Australian punters. He's dealing with lines where he doesn't have the joy of choice. Because if not, why? What are we
Right.
doing here, Brian?
Just sell the point.
Yeah, sell the
Or sell the
point.
half.
Honestly, let's get this to 21.
We could do that. I haven't punched it in yet. I did already
We
give it out.
could. It's minus 120. I'm not willing to give up anything more.
Yeah.
It's Bowling
going up
Green.
against a Bowling
They
team.
suck. I want to get a
Remember
lot
how bad
more
their quarterback
Mac
was last
gear.
year? He threw like very like over the top U-shaped throw.
What was it? Them against Kent State or Ball So Hard State? Who's the other really shitty team in the MAC that it was
I
like?
think it's Ball So Hard University.
It was like a blocked punt decided this 10-3 affair. It
and
was-
that helped us hit a parlay.
oh man, must see DV.
Oh, Whizdong has been hitting a lot of dongs.
There you go. Matt's always dialed in.
All right, what's our DOD?
Let's see it. This is a good one. It's data inspired.
What are the smart money and public money bettors leaning on in the college football slate?
A little clunky.
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
admit the copy was a little clunky on
Yeah.
that one, but that's okay. So, Ryan, we're bringing back looking at where people,
of the day.
how people are betting. Split of the day. Yeah, that's what we called that thing. Okay. So, oh boy, let's get going here, folks. So, Ryan, big money bettors are with us all the way. They're all in on
The faves.
the faves, like way more so than the public. Ohio State by a large margin. Tennessee by a large margin.
Large.
Coastal the same thing. Utah against Weber State?
Weber State.
Weber's Southern Utah. Who'd they lose to in week
Isn't
0?
Weber State the home of Dame Lillard?
Dame Lillard. Yes. FCS. Who did Southern Utah play to?
Yes, we've profited off of Southern Utah
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
San Jose State?
Yes. So San Jose State, that was 45-14. They take on Arizona State, 45-point faves. Smart money likes that. I don't know. You know, Henry keeps reminding me about Arizona State.
They're sanctions.
Yeah, lots looming over them.
Yes.
So they were like poised to have a really big year, but then the old sanctions
But
kind of
imagine
killed
like
the
Southern
vibe.
Utah trying to stop Jaden Daniels.
I would assume that's a struggle.
Yes. But Southern Utah, they shook the rust off a little bit last week. They scored a touchdown in each half.
Right, and FCS. They weren't playing. Yeah, the old Rusty Bucket special. Where do you go on these rusty FCS teams?
Well, they're not rusty.
Is that the week 2 strategy? But not with Southern Utah, because what's their mascot?
Southern Utah? Something with a bird. Redbirds?
All out.
Thunderbirds? I think it's the Thunderbirds or the Firebirds.
Also, East Carolina taking on App State. That's intriguing, Ryan. That's intriguing.
App State -8. State -8. It's back.
You brought so much back.
Just a
This
beam of nostalgia.
really feels good.
So what's the money like on State -8?
You know, Ryan, I've been logged out, and on this device, I don't know the password.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it really hurts my ability to properly execute this segment.
Why do you not save your passwords?
Some, I assume, they're like, oh, yeah, he'll know that.
So once I broke down the levy and I just started saving passwords,
Yeah.
you had the password saved.
Yeah, it was safe.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Now all of my passwords are saved.
we can bring the segment back. Eastern Washington, for example.
Wait, does Andre do what Henry does? Henry just has a generated password for every single thing.
No.
He never creates his own password. He just has Apple generate everything. And then he saves it, but then he does it like when I'm like, wait, log into this computer. He's like, wait, I don't know.
I can't.
No,
Yeah.
and that's how I'm locked out of DraftKings on my iPad.
Yep. See, that's what Henry does, and it gives me
I
anxiety.
got sucked into the auto generate, and now the iPad's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it gives me anxiety. Henry's that's just a very Henry thing to do.
Apple's really bad, and it's the same thing. You ever like pay with something with Apple Pay? Like, good luck ever logging into that with any other device. Jerks. Eastern Washington, though. Okay, remember how
State -8 first.
which state college
App
was that?
State.
App State.
Appalachian State.
No, that's Mizzou. Mizzou's DC is a former Buff, and everyone was excited about him.
Appalachian State, is that in West Virginia?
Whoa, Ryan, look at this. 41% of the money on the East Carolina Pirates, but 40. God damn it, I messed it up, Ryan.
Okay. Go again.
41% of the bets on the East Carolina Pirates, but 82% of the money is on East Carolina.
That's the split of the day.
Split of the day. Split of the day, Ryan.
That says State -9. That's the problem.
You're having trouble seeing things.
Well, you got this thing all angled away from me like this.
Kate will do that. She'll show me. She'll be like, "Oh, look at that." And I'm like, you're pointing it away from me.
I just realized when you said Kate, and I was thinking about 8, that the whole reason why State +8 sounds so good is because it's kind of like John and Kate +8.
Who are John and
The
Kate?
hit reality show of the early to mid 2000s.
By the way,
Had an unfortunate ending, but
your
R.I.P. I guess.
your thing on the Denver Zoo polar bears,
Oh, Klondike and snow, bro.
my faves.
Wait, just to clarify, John
many
didn't
producers
die.
do
He
we
had
have
like
today?
some major scandal. Apparently 3.
Production by committee today.
One time
You
I was
love
at
to see
Elitch's
it.
and I saw a guy wearing a shirt that said John plus chainsaw -9. I was like, that's probably the most morbid thing I've ever seen a human wear in public.
It's extremely morbid. And I'm a big fan of morbid humor.
We all love your show.
Yes, everyone in the office wants a piece of bets today. It's because we have that Friday energy rolling.
Oh, look at this, Ryan. Citadel. Smart money is against you on that one. The
Yeah.
Citadel. See, I did it like some noob.
Citadel sounds like a computer company.
But now, is Smart Money thinking we're getting backdoored on this spread?
It doesn't
So
matter.
they love the first halfer?
We
Who
still have
knows?
Grayson McCall.
Who's that?
Are you serious?
Is that a pun? Someone's gracing our call?
No, Grayson McCall, the quarterback.
Citadel?
No.
Coastal?
Yes.
Yeah, they are returning their quarterback. That is
Yes.
important.
He's just like one of the best players in the country.
That's a lot, but he's a good one. He's no
Anyways.
Jared Patterson or Dwayne Eskridge or some of the studs that come out of the MAC, but yeah, he's good.
Dwayne Eskridge, man. He's on my fantasy team.
I was going to ask.
He's like projected to get points, so he must be playing. He must be like getting some first team reps.
Yeah, you'd think.
Okay, anything else that we needed to get to?
Yeah, I want a parlay, so obviously we should put together another parlay or SGP.
Well, I'm parlaying my big 3 with the boost.
Sure to get loose, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, were we being asked about the First half line because that has now been closed.
Maybe it moved, and that's why it went to 22.5.
Well, we're still buying it, Brian. I appreciate you for looking out. Yeah, we're still buying it, Brian. What the hell?
Yeah.
Plus 39.37, but I've got some extras in here. Oh, Buffalo minus 43.5. Arizona State minus 45. And then Boise. Boise. Do I like the Fighting Malazans, or do I like Boise to keep it close in the first half?
So you've got Boise State versus who now?
Oh. UCF, Central Florida.
And Malazan is at UCF.
National champs. Yeah, Malzahn's there to show that Scott Frost, anything he did can be replicated and some.
Yeah, go with them.
Oh, and breaking news on this show, our FCS expert on staff, this is why we keep him on retainer, responded to my text a mere 2 hours after I texted him saying, the question was, is Eastern Washington winning tonight? ? Honestly, I think they might. Not sure I'm willing to bet on them as the favorites, though.
Okay, so here's the thing.
That's the Sweet Boys special.
Sweet Boys special.
They're experts on the Mountain West and FCS, but there's not one pick that's like, oh, yeah, I'd bet on that. I feel no. Everyone's like, I'd stay away from that one.
They always want. I mean, Hank won't bet anything that's below plus 100.
But then when you ask him, who do you like, Clemson or Notre Dame?
Yes,
that was the greatest Sweet Boy moment.
All right.
Oh, right. We all have things to do. Okay. A parlay?
A parlay.
Oh, no, wait. No, it's just our picks put together.
Ohio State minus 7, Coastal Carolina minus 33, and Tennessee minus 22.5. Parlayed together for a plus 737 with the 33% boost.
Plus 737. Boeing, shout out to you guys.
Let's take off, baby.
Yeah.
See you guys later.